कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, after having given Abhaya Pradhanam to the rishis who were suffering at the hands of the demons in the forests, in the Dandakaranyam, as they were walking, Sita was kidnapped by a demon called Viradha. Viradha, as the name suggests, was bereft of love. He has never seen a civilized form of receiving love. The moment he saw Sita, all that he knew was to just abduct her. When Sita was abducted, for a moment, Rama showcases the human trait. He says, now my mother Kaikeyi will be very happy. Her objective is accomplished. He further goes on to say that Sita being abducted by Viradha was much more depressing than him not obtaining the kingdom and hearing the news of his father's death. At that point in time, Lakshmana, like a very mature individual, states, when you have a servant like me, Rama, why should you worry? Things will get solved. I will help you. Anathaiva bhutanam nathastvam vasavopamaha maya preshyena kakutstha kimartham paritapyase. That time, Viradha, who was carrying Sita and he was being chased by Rama and Lakshmana, for a moment drops Sita and he abducts Rama and Lakshmana. He carries them. How he carried them, whether he was so huge and they were small, or they were huge and he was huger, he carried, all this may not be relevant to us, and I may not be the able person to describe those proportions, but he carried the both of them. As he carried Rama and Lakshmana and went running, Sita ran behind and said, see, what order are you following in kidnapping? Initially you kidnapped me and left the other two. Now you have kidnapped the other two and left me. If you want to kidnap us as a family. So Kamban tells this in the Tamil Ramayanam. Pinnai ஏதும் உதவும் துணை பெறாள் உரை பெறாள் மின்னை ஏய இடை நுடங்கிட விரைந்து தொடர்வாள் அன்னையே அன்னையே அன்பின் நரவோர்கள் தம்மை விட்டு என்னையே நுகர்த்தி என்றனள் எழுத்து விழ்வாள். So she was unable to catch pace with the way in which Viradha was running. Rama and Lakshmana wanted to bring an end because he had promised that he will take care of the demons who were obstructing the penances and the austerities of the rishis. So Rama and Lakshmana give an eye indication and they start chopping off the hands of Viradha. So Viradha, naturally his hands fall off, these two men are released. Rama now puts his leg on Viradha's neck. The body is still there, it is still functioning, though it is weak, a lot more weaker. Here he asks Lakshmana to dig a pit so that he can bury or burn Viradha. Ityuktva Lakshmanam Ramaha Pradaraha Kanyatamiti Tasthau Viradhamakramya Kanthe Padena Viryavan. So who is this Viradha? In Sanatana Dharma, from our Vedic scriptures, we understand that Jivatma travels many bodies. It could be that of a human, it could be that of a man, of a woman, it could be that of an animal. Through various janmas, through its karma gets into papam and punyam, experiences that. In the process of experiencing also performs karma which gets accrued as papam or punyam. So it's a vicious circle of karma. Karma vidyadi chakre, says Vedanta Deshika. It's a vicious circle. You do karma, you will because of avidya, then because of vasana, there is ruchi, there is prakriti sambandham. It's a vicious circle. So Sita, while she was unable to catch pace and Rama had chopped off the two hands of Viradha and was asking for the final rites to be performed for Viradha. Who was this Viradha? Viradha was earlier a Tumburu who was cursed by Kubera. There was some altercation between them. Let's not get into what led to the curse. There was a curse issued, pronounced by Kubera upon the Tumburu that he shall be a demon. That demon was Viradha. And the only way of vimochanam, emancipation for that Tumburu was to seek association or death in the hands of Rama and Lakshmana. So, this Viradha in this Janma Viradha was born to two people, Java and Shatahlada. Now, Viradha in his last moments understands the Paramatma Tattvam inside Rama. So, this portion may not be that open in Valmiki Ramayana because Valmiki reports the way it is. But in Kamba Ramayana, Kamban had the liberty to add his creativity. It was a transcreation. So he showcases Rama as Paramatma himself. So Viradha praises Rama as Paramatma. Which Paramatma? When the elephant was suffering in the jaws of a very violent crocodile, the elephant was able to remember its Purva Janmam because it was a king called as Indradyumna. Indradyumnaha Pandyakhandadirajaha Swadbhaktatma Chandanadrau Kadachit Tvatsevayam Magnadhir Aluloke Naivagastyam Praptamatithya Kamam. So there was a king called Indradyumna. He ruled the Pandya Desha, which is the region of Madurai in the state of Tamil Nadu. He was cursed by a great ascetic called as Agastya Rishi to be born as an elephant. The elephant was plucking flowers. One of its foot was caught in the jaws of a violent crocodile. The crocodile was a Gandharva called Hu, was cursed to be a crocodile by a rishi called Devalasya Adishapam, Devala Rishi. And now when the crocodile was catching the foot of the elephant due to its pain cried for help. It was able to remember its Purva Janma because of being a Jatismara. That is when it, within its mind, invoked the presence of Paramatma, Sriman Narayana. The other Devatas said, we are not being called, so we shouldn't go. Naham, nachaham. They said, not me. And finally, the Lord appeared on Garuda Vahana, released his Sudarshana Chakra, which did the able job of cutting the crocodile's head and taking the elephant's damaged foot out. So this is Gajendra Moksham. So what does Gajendra Moksham state? This incident, this Sambhavam simply states that anybody, be it the animal or the human being, the Lord will always come for help when asked. He is always there at the devotee's beck and call. So Viradha was also given Vimochanam, like how the crocodile and elephant were given Vimochanam by Gajendra Varada, who is Narayana. Here it is Viradha who is getting Moksham. So he says, I see Rama in you. There is Gajendra Varada who gave emancipation to the elephant and the crocodile. You are the same person. Kaduttakaram kaduva nimirkai eduthu மெய் கலங்கி. கம்பராமாயணம் in Tamil. கடுத்த கராம் கதுவ நிமிர் கையெடுத்து மெய் கலங்கி, உடுத்த திசை அனைத்தினும் சென்று ஒலி கொள்ள உரு துயரால், அடுத்த பெருந்தனி மூலத்து அரும்பரமே பரமே என்று எடுத்து ஓர் வாரணம் அழைப்ப நீயோ அன்று ஏன் என்றாய். அன்று நீ ஏன்? When the elephant was wailing, withering in pain. Arumparaமே parame. When it said, "Oh Paramatma, please come and save me." Oru varanam azhaipa, that elephant which called you for help. Neeyo andru, oh Lord, hey Rama, you are standing in front of me. Viradha says, weren't you one? Weren't you that one who came and helped that elephant? Neeyo andru, yen endrai. You asked why. Now, Viradha praises Rama. Tiruvurayu Manimarba, you are the consort of Mahalakshmi. Hrischate Lakshmischa Patnyau. Vedic statement. Viradha, who praised Rama as Paramatma in some of the regional trance creations, now says in Valmiki Ramayanam, Hatoham Purusha Vyagra Shakratulya Balena Vai Mayatu Purvam Tvam Mohan Najñataha Purusha Rishabha. I did not recognize you, who you are, Rama. See, there is a difference. Valmiki Ramayanam, Viradha says, I did not recognize you, who you are, Rama. So he knows Rama. There is something within Rama that he didn't recognize, but he doesn't openly say that. Whereas in Kambaramayanam, Kamban takes a liberty of calling Rama Paramatma himself. So Viradha says, I did not recognize you, who you were, Rama. My delusion. Hatoham Purusha Vyagra Shakratulya Balena Vai Mayatu Purvam Tvam Mohan Najñataha Purusha Rishabha. He says, you are the granter of boons. Please give me emancipation. Please give me vimochanam. The Lord grants him vimochanam. See, vimochanam is release or freedom from that body. From certain ailments they would have suffered. It need not be that vimochanam is always linked to moksha, which is that state where there is no birth at all. This vicious circle of prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, all that vanishes when you get moksha. So not necessary that every time a Purana or an Itihasa talks about a person getting relieved from a curse, that person would have got moksha. No. They would have got release from that particular body. Either they'll be born again, they'll be waiting for a body. That is also possible. So Rama, after having granted moksham to Viradha, Viradha Harina Shardula. If Viradha is the deer, Rama is like the tiger. Like the tiger that pounces on the deer, Rama pounced upon Viradha and gave him vimochanam. Now Rama goes to the hermitage of a rishi called Sharabhanga. And just then Indra had left. So he goes and inquires Sharabhanga about his whereabouts, about his good health. Sharabhanga says, see, I've been waiting all this long, Rama, so that I can see you and then go to Brahmalokam. Aham nyatva naravyagra vartamana madurataha Brahmalokam na gacchami tvam drishtva priyatithim. You are the priya atithi for me. I know that you will be coming as a guest. So I was waiting for your arrival so that after you leave, I can go to Brahmalokam. Then he was hospitable to Rama, the trio, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, and then walks into fire. So meanwhile, all the sages in the forest come and meet Rama. Why should they come now? They could have come sometime before also, before Sharabhanga gets into the fire, before Viradhavadam. Why should they have to come now? Next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I'm happy to be authoring a 2-part book
on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.